I received a DM from Bryce, and he was saying, how do I maximize my productivity during a workout? And after discussing this with him in a little bit more detail, what we found out was it was being suggested to him that he trains in a very hot environment. And I want you to stop and think about this. If you were a machine, what's the number one robber of power? Heat. Look at this from a human standpoint against a mechanical against the human. When you're looking to maximize your productivity, especially when we're in the subject of cross training. So for example, if you're an athlete and you're in sport A, and strength training is an imperative component of building your strength to weight ratios, increasing the tensile strength of the tendons and the ligaments, and obviously muscle thickness, durability, bone density. When you're lifting your weights, be in an environment where it's comfortably cool. That's going to improve that power output, which is the reason why you're there. If you're cross training, like for example, myself and my wife Michaela, we compete in triathlons. We use an indoor trainer for the bicycle. Now that does not mean that we don't go out and do sport specific rides in the heat and humidity. But when we're trying to do threshold intervals and we're trying to get our functional training power, FTP, up, and all the things that come into the subject of performance, what is the purpose of the workout and how do you get the most out of it? Again, please don't forget, there's definitely a time to do sport-specific assessments, sport-specific training. But if you're using cross-training like strength training or cardio to facilitate your performance in another sport, why are you doing that cross-training session? If you're trying to melt body fat, it's better to do it in an environment where you can be productive, you can hold a good speed, a solid cadence. You're going to be able to manage the heart rate so that you're melting body fat. You're sparing the body's use of glycogen. The point is if the body's sitting there struggling and trying not to die of a heat stroke and it's its number one priority, the quality of the cross-training workout is going to be negatively affected. So I just wanted to clarify that. If you're in the gym trying to get strong and it's relatively cool, you're going to be able to produce more power because the heat is not robbing you of that power. And you're doing an endurance workout to improve your cardiovascular fitness, you're going to get the full benefit of that cardiovascular fitness because the conditions are cooler, improve productivity. Now again, before we finish this video, please remember, this does not replace sport specificity, field testing, race day simulation, those types of workouts. But over a 7-day period, like in Bryce's question was, how do I improve my productivity? After speaking with him further, what we were finding out is that he was so exhausted over a 7-day cycle, it was more heat exhaustion than it was physical exertion. Stop and think about that. I appreciate Bryce sending his question in so I can share the information with you. If you have a frustration or something you want clarity on, feel free to leave me a DM or a message below, or feel free to send me or my team an email, contact@coachrobb.com. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and we will talk to you soon.